Over the last 15 years with ad agencies and as a marketing consultant, I've seen the same mistakes being made over and over again by software and technology companies. How do we stop that from happening? And how do we do a better job with content marketing? So if you're a business owner or a marketer and you're selling software or technology, maybe you're involved with machine learning or business intelligence or analytics, there are 5 mistakes that we see over and over again. The most common mistake is saying my product or my software is best for everybody. And let me tell you, that's not true. You're not the best solution for everybody. And if you make that claim and you go to market that way, you're going to fall down. So what do you need to do? You've got to identify a niche vertical, or you've got to identify a very specific problem that you solve. Prove that your solution or your technology is the best solve for a particular problem. And once you've got that under your belt and you've got a track record, then you're going to be able to expand to other markets and other verticals. So how do you solve problem number 2, which is giving too much technical detail to your customers and maybe overwhelming them, or worse yet, turning them off so they don't want to read the materials? Sure, you're going to have IT people that you've got to convince. Yeah, you want to have technical spec sheets and technical demos. But remember, build out enough content to explain the value you bring and exactly what your software or technology does for people who don't have the IT or technical background. So the third thing we want to avoid in our marketing materials, you want to avoid making empty claims. If you've got a pilot project where you can say that, yeah, we solved this problem for this company. Now, you can't use the name of the company always because sales or the ownership or the client may be sensitive about that. But you can give specific numbers about saving X amount of dollars or creating X amount of value. And especially if you're a new software player or new technology player and you don't have a huge track record, get 1 or 2 customers where you can prove your value, and then you've got case studies and testimonials to prove your value to future customers. This 4th problem of making confusing comparisons so that customers don't even know what you do is really common in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and business intelligence. But it's your job as the marketer to make it clear to people, and sometimes you've got to compare what you do to something that the customer can relate to. This 5th problem of talking about me, and your technology and your software team and your development methods and how it works and your algorithms and all this great stuff, that's wonderful for you, but it means nothing, absolutely nothing to your customers. You've got to turn your marketing message around and look at it from the customer's viewpoint. What's the customer's problem? And this is why I put so much emphasis on doing the buyer persona research, on creating that message for marketing that talks about what's the value proposition, what's the product market fit. Is there a really specific pain point that you solve, or a couple of those pain points that you relieve? Or is there a certain gain that you're going to give your customers that no one else can, or that you do a better job of delivering? And if you create a message around very specific value proposition from the customer's point of view and their problems, then you're going to avoid this final 5th mistake. So maybe your great software or technology is going to make a lot of customers happy, solve their problems, and make them successful, because that way you're going to be successful.